Hey there Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time for your monthly astrological forecast for January 2022. And if you happen to be watching this before the 15th of December 2021, might I suggest you consider signing up for my big 2-hour webinar I'm hosting on Zoom on Wednesday, the 15th of December at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, US and Canada. We'll be talking all about the major astrological shifts and energetic shifts of 2022. And so if you want to sign up for that, you can go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. And even if you can't make it, I will be sending replays out to everyone who registers, and I will also have replays available for people to purchase after the event. So there's something in it for everybody. So with that said, what is going on when it comes to your January? So I want to remind everybody that we are still, as of January, in a Venus retrograde season. Venus went retrograde, or will have gone retrograde, I should say, at the time of recording this video, on the 19th of December. And so Venus will be retrograde throughout January, all the way up until the 29th, actually. Now, Venus is retrograde in Capricorn, in your first house. This is your expression, your identity, your personal journey, and it gets very deeply personal for you. With Venus retrograde in one's sign, it's a time to pay attention to precedents that have been set or norms that we hold in our lives that ultimately may have unhealthy roots, that may continue to persist or be sustained in some way, that we are getting a chance to purge and to clear. Now, unfortunately, Venus retrograde can bring this to our awareness in some fairly uncomfortable ways. Because with Venus retrograde, as I've said in the December monthlies, as well as the special Venus retrograde video, Venus retrograde puts pressure on cracks that are already there. So it's not that Venus retrograde is manifesting a new thing. It's actually trying to draw attention to things that might be going on beneath the surface or things that we've turned a blind eye to. When we think about what's going on that we may sustain or maintain or allow to exist in our space with Venus retrograde, we have to look at things that may have their starts in situations of volatility, insecurity, escapism, and instability. Where do we permit that to exist around us? Do we allow that to go on at work? Is it something that we've just kind of sustained in family relationships, right? In the way that we are being treated, what's going on atmospherically? Maybe there are certain friendships or even situations in relationships that we need to be ready to, face that maybe have not been very comfortable for either you or any other party to face. However, it's important to remember that this is all in the interest of creating sustainable solutions so that we never have to deal with those kinds of things again. It's just that Venus retrograde, again, for the vast majority of this month, is going to be really pushing the envelope there so that we all are getting a chance to not only have it be amplified, to be revealed, but also released. Now, the first half of the month, we have the sun in your sign as well. So we're really taking the edge off of the Venus retrograde. It could be a lot more unpleasant, but it won't be. And that is because the sun is drawing attention and enhancement and support to you through your strongest social support system, as well as from new sources that may be coming in to supply you, whether it's, again, social support, whether it's material resources, career opportunities, bringing awareness to things that really matter to you, backing you up, because the sun is all about drawing in energy and drawing in a big focus on how do we transform your quality of life to be its best. And you may be finding that throughout the first half of this month, the sun is basically allowing things to start going in your way. You're able to custom design a lot of areas of your life that you've been just along for the ride with. However, it could also be very difficult at times because the process of healing, repairing, and maintaining the new may put you at odds with those that are not interested in creating a sustainable improvement or doing any work overhauling the cracks that may be in the old. Now, we do have Another bit of benefit coming your way, however, in week 1, we've got Mercury in Aquarius, your second house of earned income and employment. And Mercury is direct for the first 2 weeks of the month here. This is all about communications, haste and speed, and your ability to rack up cash is speeding up in a very nice, rewarding way, because with Mercury in the second house, we are making money very, very quickly with very easy to complete and easy to take on roles, projects, jobs. Things seem to be adding up so fast that you are going to be noticing the first 2 weeks of the month. Yes, you're making more money. Yes, it seems almost like you're working harder, but you're not losing energy for it. This is also a really good time for a lot of you because Mercury in the second house is also speeding up the conclusion or fruition of any kind of employment or professional or financial negotiations that you're working on, or any big transitions you're trying to get underway. We also have Mars in Sagittarius in the first half of the month. This is your 12th house of your past, your privacy, hidden zone, anything that relates to, old stories or unfinished business. And with Mars here, the planet of action, the driving force, energy, passion, and obstacle clearing, this is a time where you are getting a chance to purge a lot of old unfinished business, or maybe even eliminate a lot of problems from your life that actually have their roots in a farther back past. Now, this could be something stemming back all the way into childhood, or maybe even old wounds or old injuries or Mars that you have maybe taken on in old jobs, old financial transactions, old relationships, things that you are still living with, things that you are still trying to recover from, things that you're still trying to liberate yourself from. Mars is really going hard in this part of your chart to make it so. This is also a really wonderful time for a lot of you that are looking to actually catch up or bring current something that you've not necessarily been able to sustain or maybe keep thriving, that you may have left in your past that you wish you could have actually kept taking care of in order to help it blossom into something more substantial. This could be a creative talent. This could be something that you're trying to do for a relationship or for your family. This could be something in your spiritual path or practice, or maybe even an old business idea. But we have something coming back around for you to be able to champion and breathe fresh energy into. We also have a new moon in your sign in the first half of the month. On the 2nd, a new moon in Capricorn is opening up a window period from the 2nd through the 17th. And this is, of course, all about new beginnings, new cycles, and seed planting. Now, when we have a new moon in our sign, it's our once-a-year birthday new moon. And so we are getting a chance to plant a seed or begin a new cycle, begin a new chapter in our lives in whatever capacity we desire. So Capricorn, it's going to be up to you. What is something new? What is a new seed, a new accomplishment, a new achievement you want to see fully realized within the next few months? Are you planning some kind of big move? Are you looking to get into a new relationship? Would you like to start a new job? Are you thinking of going back to school, doing some traveling? This new moon is a wild card blessing. Use its energy in whatever capacity you see fit, but make sure you do the work, because a new moon in your sign is like a genie in a bottle. You are responsible for making the wish, so you have to at least do that. When it comes to the second half of the month, we have the sun entering Aquarius, that second house of earned income, employment, your values and your valuables, and even your value system. But with the sun in Aquarius, we are seeing attention, enhancement, and support being put in your professional space and in your financial space. With attention, enhancement, and support in this regard, you are going to be noticing that the work that you do and even the job that you have or the field you're in is being given a lot more value than it has had in recent or maybe less recent history. Hold on a sec. What are you doing? Persephone is running all over the desk. It's an L-shaped desk here. And with this value that is being infused and imbued into your work and into your livelihood, you are going to be noticing that the opportunities and compensation that you are getting for doing what you're already doing, or maybe a new job opportunity that's coming your way, is actually going to be setting you up to go into a completely different area of your field, or setting you up to sustain a much more lucrative quality of life or a lucrative professional life by merging into a new lane. This is something that will be with you from the end of the second half of January through week 3 of February. So there's going to be a lot of opportunities and a lot of support flowing in here for you. We also have Mars moving into your sign in the second half of the month. And this, of course, is going to be giving you the wildcard blessing of Mars, that planet of action, energy, passion, the driving force, the obstacle clearing force. And now you get to apply this to whatever you deem fit. What exactly is it that you would like to bust out of? Are there any glass ceilings you would like to break? Are there any of your own fears or concerns that you would like to conquer? With Mars in your sign, you're also getting a chance to breathe new energy and vitality into all areas of your life in order to actually create more of a kinetic and stimulating experience with them. Perhaps create a bit more adventure and eroticism in your love life. Manifest more opportunities for a bit of experimentation there. Get closer to your platonic support system, right? Mars always brings champions to our cause, getting closer to your brothers and your sisters in that way, whether they're brothers and sisters in your family or brothers and sisters from other mothers. That is, of course, going to be on a Capricorn to Capricorn basis, but that is there. Are you looking to maybe just take that Mars energy and apply it to the powerful earning boost that you're already getting this month and make even more money? All of that really is here to back you up. And it's going to be with you through the duration of the majority of February as well. Now, we do have a Mercury retrograde going on this month, and on the 14th, Mercury starts acting kind of funny. We've got Mercury retrograde in Aquarius, that second house of earned income, from the 14th through the 25th of the month. Then, from the 25th through the beginning of February, we've got Mercury retrograde in Capricorn, in your sign, in your first house. It's like all over the place. So with Mercury retrograde in the second house, this can be a time where a lot of revisits, reevaluations, rearrangements, and revisions are getting underway when it comes to your job, when it comes to your finances. On the plus, this can actually be a really nice time for a lot of you to claim old opportunities, old job openings, or maybe even old money or old maybe financial opportunities that you did not get a chance to play with, or maybe even revive things, go back in time and just claim it for yourself again because you enjoyed it and you knew it was worth your while. But on the negative, sometimes this can also create a bit of chaos in the workspace, especially between the 14th and the 25th. So make sure you're dotting your I's and crossing your T's. Make sure you are double checking that things get where they need to go, because when it comes to a lot of transactions and a lot of correspondence flying forth, very textbook Mercury retrograde, we don't want anything getting lost or destroyed. After the 25th, Mercury is retrograde in your sign for the duration of January and again into the beginning of February. And in your sign, Mercury retrograde is also taking a bit of time to have you look at a chance to retrieve things that you have denied yourself, or things that you have left behind in your own life, whether you did it by choice, out of necessity, or you did it because you thought it was the practical thing to do. Because when Mercury retrograde is in our sign, we are in a space where we get to go, where did I lose myself? What is it about? Did I lose myself in that job? Did I lose myself when I was at school? Did I lose a piece of myself to that relationship? What can I bring back that I left by the roadside, that I really don't need to leave back by the roadside? This could be a very important commitment in your life, or this could be in a very important life trajectory, a life road, a goal that we turned aside from. But we get a chance to revisit and revise our approach to this. Finally, we have a full moon in Cancer. in your 7th house of partnerships. That's your closest one-on-one connections. Your boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, husband, wife, roommate, all the people you have your closest one-on-one connections to. And this opens up a window period between the 17th of this month and week 1 of February. And with a full moon in the 7th house, we see culminations, climaxes, and transitions. We are turning a big page in several of our closest one-on-one connections. And this can be a culminating moment where we actually change paths altogether. It can be a time where the future that we have oriented either a best friendship, a business alliance, a business partnership, or a romantic partnership towards is now going in a completely different direction. This could actually be very positive. We could be transcending a time, going on up, changing status, becoming official, really kicking things up a notch. Or we could just be simply reevaluating the terms of the commitment and going a completely different way. It really all depends on what's going on, of course, in your own personal chart. For those of you that are single or available, this could also spell the end of a chapter of being single, and there may be something that kind of gets that ball rolling as we get to the end of January. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.